Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Roger. Today I'm going to be doing a review on the Sig M18, I believe, but it's not actually my firearm, it's a buddy of mine's, and I asked him to do a review on it, and that's what we're doing. So this one has an upgraded Apex flatty trigger on it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a brief history of the actual Sig company itself and how they came up with the actual Sig M17, M18 lineup and how they won the contract for the Army. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Feel free to like, share, comment, subscribe, and if you guys have any constructive criticisms on how I can make my videos better, feel free to let me know. Just don't be an asshole about it. So some of the names that I'm going to mention in this brief Sig history, I will completely butcher, so I do apologize beforehand. So let's get on to it. In 1853, three gentlemen by the name of Frederick Peyer Imhoff, Heinrich Mauser, and Konrad Neyer started a wagon cart business in Switzerland that was called Schweizerich Wagen Fabrik, but in the US we would call it Swiss Wagon Factory. In 1860, 7 short years later, they challenged the Swiss Ministry of Defense and had a competition that they could build a rifle for them, and if they would hopefully adopt it if it was good enough. So in 1864, when the rifle was completed, they had made the muzzle-loading Prelaz Burnand rifle, also known as the M1863. The Swiss Army immediately put an order of 30,000 units. That's how much they actually liked the rifle. That same year, in 1864, they changed the name to Schweizerische Industrie Gesellschaft, known worldwide today as Sig. Fast forward to 1976, Sig came out with a line of handguns that we all know as the Sig P220. The Sig P2220 was developed and produced by Sig, but it was distributed by J.P. Sawyer & Son. That same year, in 1976, they decided to buy out J.P. Sawyer & Son, thus how we have the notorious Sig and Sauer name that we all know and love so much. 9 years later, in January 1986, Sig had made a subsidiary named Sig Arms, which was located in Tyson Corner, Virginia. They tasked Sig Arms to import the Sig P220 and the Sig P230. Business was booming, as the millennials would say, but in 2 short years, they had introduced 3 new handgun models, which was the Sig P225, the Sig P226, and the Sig P228. With 3 new models now available on the Sig line, they obviously needed a bigger factory to keep up with the demand. So they decided to upgrade to a larger factory, which was located in Herndon, Virginia. As the years went along and they got around to the 2000s, mid-2000s, sales was tremendously down. So the then CEO, Ron Cohen, had stated that during that time, they only had 130 employees working at the company. As the CEO, he decided to add the magical black rifle that we all know today as the AR-15. Ron Cohen stated after he added the AR-15 platform to the Sig line of firearms, that's what pretty much saved the company. So fast forward in 2016, the military needed a new modular weapon system to replace the Beretta M9 that has been around since 1975. 2016, 2017-ish, Sig submitted their firearm, and I think there was like 12 other companies that submitted firearms also, but Sig came out victorious. And in hindsight, that's what brings us to this little gem that I'm going to be reviewing today, which is the Sig P320 M17. And the M17 and the M18, I'm not sure the differences of it, but I'm pretty sure that they are relatively similar. Okay, so I'm going to give you guys just some straightforward specs on the P320 M18. It's just some stuff that I found on the actual Sig website. So in this particular model, it does have the forward set trigger kit from Apex Tactical. It will reduce the pull weight up to 30%, reduce the trigger travel, reduce the reset, and it will result with a smoother uptake. The Sig Sauer P320 is obviously chambered in 9mm. It comes with one 17-round magazine or 2 21 steel mags. Sights are Sig Light front sights. The rear sights are just your standard night sights. Overall length is 7.2 inches or 183 millimeters. Overall width is 1.6 inches or 41 millimeters. The height is 5.5 inches or 140 millimeters. The barrel length is 3.9 inches or 99 millimeters. The weight of the firearm, I believe without the mag unloaded, or it could be with the mag unloaded, is 28.1 ounces or 797 grams. It does have a M1913 Picatinny rail, so if you have any weapon lights, you're able to mount it. It's a striker fired pistol, double action, manual safety, and it has your standard curved trigger right out the factory. It's obviously a polymer firearm. The color that you see here is a coyote tan. The frame finish is stainless steel. Frame material is stainless steel. The slide finish is a coyote PVD, and the slide material is stainless steel.
Top left.
All right. No, just pull back just a hair. There you go. Smack it. Smack their slide. That's all I got. Oh. You saw me jerk, didn't you?
Wah.
Not very good. Thing is so sexy.
Now remember, the safety's on. Don't pull at me.
Okay, so my overall impressions of the firearm, I really had low expectations for it, and then I had some expectations for it, if that makes sense, just because that the military adopted it, and if the military adopted it, it obviously is a pretty good firearm. The thing that I really noticed the most, so I'm a Glock fanboy, I'm gonna just say it out there, I'm gonna put it out there right now. The trigger on the Sig P220 M18 with the Apex trigger kit was hell of a lot better than the sponginess of a Glock trigger. So you would have your wall, and then it just felt like it would just snap back, then a really tactile reset. It was just no sponginess compared to the Glock. So for example, if you have a Glock, you come to your wall, depress the trigger, and then you have that sponginess coming up to the reset. That's one thing I really noticed. It's really controllable. It's really manageable. I can actually see myself using that for like a EDC type of setup, you know, everyday carry, CCW type of thing. And depending on your body frame. So I'm 5'6", 150 soaking wet. I'm a pretty small guy, but I can almost imagine that it would literally would disappear in a appendix style rig. And I feel like that would go along for females also. I feel like this would be a really good starter firearm for females, first time gun owners. The accuracy on the Sig is actually really good. So I felt like wherever I aimed the pistol, the rounds were going straight to where I pointed it at. It was like driving a thumbtack with a nail. I believe that's how the saying goes. But you get my drift. But the only thing is, people are really, really bumping up the prices of these SIG firearms. And, I mean, you can go on some websites, they're up to $800, $900, $1,000, $700. You know, it's not the regular retail market just because of everything going on. You know, everybody's panicking because Biden and Kamala Harris is in office and whole ammo shortage and COVID. So everybody is really price gouging on ammo and firearms, period. So if you can get a really reasonable price on this particular firearm, whether it's the 320 M18 or the 17, get it, because it's only going to go up in value. That's my personal opinion. The grip angle felt really good. It sort of reminded me of like your 1911 style grip angles, where it's just more of like a more vertical grip angle, instead of like some guns it'll be sort of at an angle, it would feel like in your hands. The fit and finish of it was really nice. The PVD coating, it seemed really durable, and what I really liked the most was the front slide serrations. So you have your tactical guys that love doing press checks. You know, that's nothing with this gun. And it, you know, I did a couple press checks, and it's actually really easy to manipulate the slide compared to like my Glock. I really gotta put some elbow grease in it and look. So that's one thing I did notice. But other than that, they're giving Glock a run for its money, man. They better watch out. That is my final impression. So I hope you guys enjoy the video. Like, share, subscribe, leave any comments if you think I could make my videos any better. You know, constructive criticism is well received in this area. Just don't be an asshole about it, like I said. But other than that, I hope you guys like it, and I'm out of here. Peace.